Hello, my name is Kyle Hirschfeld, and today I'm going to be talking about high and low level examples of atrocities committed by the United States in the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War witnessed many decisions which led to the accidental killing of civilian populations or non-combatants. In a direct descendance from World War II policies, the United States espoused bombing campaigns by B-52s, especially during the Nixon administration. Higher level desires to avoid humiliation in Vietnam led to prolonged American presence, which also led to more opportunities for the destruction of both the Vietnamese people and their goodwill towards the Americans. On a smaller scale, United States counterintelligence communities instituted programs like the Phoenix program, which were designed to attack citizens suspected of harboring North Vietnamese sentiments. In a war where anyone could be an enemy or an ally, nearly a third of those targeted by the Phoenix program were killed. Secretary of Defense Robert McNamara outlined policies towards Vietnam as saving face for the United States. In fact, he says that to preserve our reputation as a grantor and thus to preserve our effectiveness in the rest of the world, the United States has to stay in the Vietnam War. So for a large portion of Nixon's administration, that was the goal: save face. Nixon's policy was a combination of diplomatic maneuvering to gain a plausibly honorable exit, but he braced diplomacy with a brutality of bombing and other aggressive tactics that President Lyndon B. Johnson had not used. In airstrikes that inadvertently hit Soviet supply ships, he told an aide, "The bastards have never been bombed like they're going to be bombed this time." So there was very much a desire to knock Vietnamese out of the war just by terrorizing them with a bombing campaign. Additionally, this alienated many of the South Vietnamese peasants because it subjected them to violence from both North Vietnamese and inadvertent bombing from the Americans. So as the American war became bogged down, technological solutions proliferated, more bombing as close air support, more firepower, more chemical agents. These things overruled all other efforts to win the South Vietnamese to the American side. And this is coming from The Deaths of Others, The Fate of Civilians in American Wars by John Tierman. In Economic Aspects of Genocides, Other Mass Atrocities, and Their Preventions, Charles H. Anderton and Jürgen Brauer argue that the Phoenix program was not instituted as an assassination program, at least not initially. In fact, the dominant focus of this program was in arresting and capturing North Vietnamese sympathizers. A smaller share of these neutralizations were subjects who turned themselves in and were trying to make sure that the United States knew that they were not sympathizers. However, killings made up 1/3 of the neutralizations, which were documented by the database keeping track of the civilians who were targeted by the Phoenix program. Anyway, this is what I'm looking into as far as my research project is going. And I'm interested in this because my grandfather was a Vietnam War veteran who was heavily influenced by atrocities that he witnessed. In fact, he passed from issues relating to PTSD. So it's a very personal topic for me, and so there's that. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.